Hi guys, and today we will be looking at this fantastic looking new model from Dapol and commissioned by Rails of Sheffield. This looks a fantastic locomotive. I've been looking forward to it since it was announced. 2019, or it went to 2019. The original release date of this was, I think, autumn 2020. So yeah, a little bit delayed, but not really fussed. It's here now. I'm really excited to review this. So yeah, let's get into it and see what it's all about, shall we? Starting off in the detail bag, we do get quite a bit of detail here. We also get some doors, some vacuum parts as well, and some other little small bits of details. You also get a hook there to open the cement box door to get to the PCB board for chipping and stuff like that. Very nice touch. That's there as well. We also have a bag of traction tyres, spare ones. Nice touch. That means that this probably has traction tyres. I've not looked yet. And then we have another bag with a wheel without traction tyres and some more detail as well for the wheel set, I believe. As we move on to the front of the locomotive, as you see, is in this wonderful livery. The front of it does have a small tension lock NEM coupling as well added to it. As we move up a little bit, we do have sprung buffers, and even the casing of the buffers are lined as well. We also have the number of the loco and some more lining as well around the buffer beam. We also have 3 lamp irons in the vacuum pipe. We have a hook too, which is silver or white depending on how this comes out. I don't know if that's correct or should it be black, but that's how it's come out on the model. As we move up to the cement box door, that does open. You can do it. There's a thing inside the manual to do it. I can't seem to do it, and that's where your PCB board is. If you want to chip in all that, I believe. We also have a very, very fine handrail dotted around the front of the locomotive. We also have another lamp iron at the top. And get on to the chimney. The chimney is separately applied. The copper top does look fake. Wish they did it more like on the Terriers, if I'm honest with you. As we move on to the side view of the locomotive, we'll start near the front of the locomotive as it was. We do have some taps and it looks like a steam pipe at the front there as well. We also have some inside motion that is separately applied. It's well done. It doesn't go round. Don't expect it to, but it's there and it's nice. It's lovely. Speaking of things that are lovely, this livery is absolutely fantastic. Puts the Hornby one to shame and the Hattons one to shame, if I'm honest with you. Very shiny, very nice. You have the lining, which looks like a yellow and green band lining around the locomotive with some gold dotted around there too. We also have the steam dome, I believe it is, and the safety valves. They are painted to make it look like shiny metal, like copper, I believe. That is lovely, that is fantastic. Sorry if I sound excited, but it's very nice. Intricate lining on the splashes as well. And the locomotive is a 440, and we have some lining on the wheels as well. We have some steps as well near the cab and near the front bogie. As we move over to the other side of the locomotive, there's some differences, if I'm honest with you. On the other side, I did forget to mention the silver handrail, which is wonderfully picked out, may I add. We also have one at the front of the cab, basically, as well. We do have some sort of pump, and I'm not sure if it's a Westinghouse pump, but it's definitely a pump there. That seems to be separately applied. Like I said, for the splashes, the lining is delicate. We also have the number of the loco, which is 488, and we also have the crest of the South Eastern Chatham Railway as well. There's some rivet details on the front bogie as well, and the running board does have lining too. As we move on to the cab area and the front of the tender, we'll start off at the cab itself. The cab is the most highly detailed cab I've seen to date so far, if I'm honest with you, in my collection or on anyone else's stuff. It's very fantastic. The windows are glazed and they are separate. No block or anything. It is nice, and they do have a gold banding on the front and the back of the window as well. Everything in there is painted, from the water dials to the regulator to the reverser, all the rest as well. I do believe it does have a flickering firebox too. Hopefully I'll be able to get some footage of it up now. If not, I'll try and get it during the running session. cab also has a metal rails going up to the roof of the locomotive. That is a nice touch, and that is shiny as well. As we move on to the front of the tender, that is painted fantastic, very high standard there. Everything's painted on that, nothing moulded or nothing not missing, not painted. That is nice. You also see the chute for the coal as well. As we move on to the side of the tender, both sides of the tender, as far as I can see, are exactly the same. This does have the lining that the loco does have, which makes sense, which is light green, yellow and green, I believe it is. The lining is nice. We also have the tempo printed of the South East and Chatham Railway as well. And the burgundy style or red Indian style running board on here as well, and the axles. The axles do have, which looks to be picked out as well, axle boxes, which is a fantastic touch there as well. You can also see the steps either side of the tender too. As we take a look at the back of the tender, we do have sprung buffers, again like the front. Even the casing is lined again like the front. We also have a small tension lock coupling as well. We have the lining of the buffers. We also have a hook in the centre, which is silver, like I mentioned before. I think it should be black, but it's just me picking, I believe. We also have a vacuum pipe. As we move up slightly, we do have 3 lamp irons. We also have a plaque in the centre, which I believe is a number of the loco. I could be wrong. We have the lining. We also have a handrail, a metal handrail as well, which is nice. We also have handrails either side of the tender. As you understand what I mean, it's there. It's very nice. As we do a bird's eye view of the top of the tender, you can see the painted details that I mentioned at the cab area. That is nice, they've done that. I think it's for the cylinders and stuff. The silver and gold, you can't pick them out there. We also have the coal load. The coal load isn't shiny or anything. It's quite dull, but coal is dull anyway. There's no weight to it. It's light. It's made out of plastic. And underneath that we have just a black board, basically, just black plastic. That's all it is. Now as we move across, we have the water cap, where you put the water in, I believe. That is there. As we look down on the locomotive, as you can see, the dome and safety valves are shiny still. That hasn't changed, obviously. As we look towards the cab area itself, the whistle there is metal, very strong metal as well, but definitely metal, and it's definitely shiny as well, like the other one too. There's a moulded vent there. It does not move, but it's there. The cab has a few rivets on it to the roof, and it's black. Failing that, you can see a few washout plugs. You see the handrail again, and that fantastic livery, and a little bit more of that copper knob. Like I remember copper, but it looks terrible. Should have gone with it how it was on the Terriers, if I'm honest with you. As we look at the underneath of the locomotive, as you can see, the brake rigging has already been added, which is a fantastic touch. I do like it when they do that. We do have pickups on both driving wheels, I believe. Needs it, I think, honestly. You can also see what looks to be traction tyres as well. It is what it is. You can also see the motion that we saw at the start there as well. It's nice they've done that. This is very highly detailed, may I add. It does look great. There doesn't seem to be any pickups on the front bogie, but it is in, well, I want to say like a burgundy colour, like most of the loco underneath. It is nice touch. They've gone that far. As we look underneath the tender, the wheels are stiff, which explains why they do have pickups. All the wheels on here, the tender, do have pickups, which is great. We also have a small tension lock coupling as well. I believe it's the NEM one from the looks of things as well. That's how it looks. We also have something that looks like cylinders in between the brake rigging there. Not quite sure what that's for, but it's there anyway. It's a nice touch. They have done that. And I believe that is where your speaker goes in the tender. How to connect the loco to the tender is a little bit different from all the others out there. It's more like a USB drive being connected to a computer or a TV. So the loco has a sticky out thing, and the tender has a hole, and it just should connect, just push together, if I have this correct. Make sure it's all lined up. That's how it is, and it's permanently stuck together. Just be careful. The locomotive has traction tyres and doesn't really like to slide along the track, if I'm honest with you. Just be really careful with the sticky out thing on the track. Sorry, I don't know the name. Sticky out thing on the loco. Sorry. So yeah, guys, that's it on the tracks. So next it will be the usual second radius points test. Let's see how well it should do. It's pretty modern loco, so it should be fantastic at points and stuff like that. This day and age, most locos are. So here goes. That was very poor. What was it? It's about 30, which is pretty high. That is very poor indeed. Yeah, we managed that pretty terrible. The second radius and the point test. Very disappointed in that, if I'm honest with you. Stalling at every point, sometimes just stalling on the track. Not very good. Anyway, here's some slow speed and we'll have a running session and I'll see you at the end. Hopefully things should improve. Yeah, stalled again on the points. 25, 30 on the combi. And yeah, the life of the motor and the loco has just been sucked. For some reason it's struggling. This is terrible. So yeah guys, that's the end of the running session. Going to give my opinions straight away because I'm not a happy chappy at the moment, as you may have saw by the running session and the points test. It's just a pile of crap. For the money I paid for it, which is £200, I paid £200 for this, which is my mortgage, and it runs like a bag of shite. I have a D11, a D16, I have some other 040s or 060s, even a Midland compound, which the Midland compound and the D16 and the D11 are all made by different manufacturers, Hornby and Bachmann, the same size as this, and they run wonderful, may I add. No issues whatsoever. No traction tyres. I don't know why Dapol put traction tyres on this. No idea. They should just use more weight with the locomotive. It is very light. Yeah, it looks nice. It does look nice. Runs crap. The bits I've shown here are the better ones. In reverse, well, in reverse it's just terrible. It will stall, it will grind, it will chug. It's got hot during the running session. It got very hot whilst I ran it in. My combi controller on the floor down there got absolutely hot. All because of this loco. I don't know why. It's just a poor runner. There's no excuse for it. Yes, it looks fantastic. Granted. Runs awful. Would I recommend them? If they run like mine, absolutely not. If they're one of the better ones that run, if there's any out there that run a lot better than this, probably £200. No, sorry, I wasted my money on this, if I'm honest with you. I really do regret buying it. I do try and give an honest review, and at the moment I am just angry. I don't know if it's me, the motor, the track, the traction tyres, something Dapol's done. No idea. The track is clean. Track, clean. I've just cleaned it. I cleaned it to make sure it was perfect. Give it a good running session, a good review, really, you know. But no, it didn't happen. I do apologise if I come across angry. I'm just annoyed. I do also apologise about the shortness of the running session. I just got annoyed at the end. I think I'm going to put the hammer through it, if I'm honest with you. The stuff we had, as you saw, like I said, 4 and 6 wheel coaches from Hornby, something light, easy. As soon as you give it a load, doesn't want to know. Stalls even more on points, even on track, if I'm honest with you. And we had the Only Fools and Horses van, which I don't regret buying because that's lovely. But this, at the moment, yeah, I regret terribly. So yeah, this is my opinion. Like I said, it's only my opinion and my findings as I ran the loco. I can only give what my findings are. Sorry if people don't like it or think I've faked this. I haven't. I really haven't. You're gladly to check out other people's. Believe Sam's Trains has done one. Class Peter 47, I think he's done one. And I think Jenny's got some lined up. I don't know. It's up to you to find out what you think. This is only my opinion. And I'm sorry. Goodbye from me.